What's up, folks? Nate here, Tool Dyno Works. We're back on the dyno for the first time in a while with a Suzuki GSX-8. We haven't bothered posting anything GSX-8 related in quite some time, because honestly we've already covered the vast majority of the intake and exhaust combinations possible for these bikes in all of our testing and tuning videos we posted on our GSX-8 like 2 seasons ago. However, this Acra did come out since we were doing all of that testing and tuning development, and I had never seen one in person until just the other day when this customer stopped by, so I told him to go ahead and drop the bike off. I'd make a video with it, because I'm curious to see just how well, or not well, it performs. Now I want to be clear, that's not an offer I usually make anymore, because we always purchase our own motorcycles for all of our testing and tuning development in-house. There's a lot of variables that you introduce when you allow customers to drop off their bikes, which is what most other shops and tuners do, that simply pull down the quality of the tuning you can provide to the masses. Whenever we're providing tuning, it's built on a brand new motorcycle with valves that we make sure are in perfect spec, the throttle bodies are synced, the tires are at the correct pressure, the chain and sprockets are in good shape, the oil level's set properly, and the fuel in the tank is controlled very, very tightly. So there is as few variables and variances from one bike to another as possible when we develop our tuning. And that isn't a claim that I can usually make on a customer's bike. However, this thing is pretty low miles, it's in good shape, and I didn't see any reason why I couldn't go ahead and develop mapping for this particular system, if necessary, when we went ahead and told them to drop it off. So knowing all that, let's dive into what exactly is on this bike and what this homologated Euro 5 Plus compliant Acra is capable of flowing. This customer also has the TST Velocity Stacks and airbox lid with an aftermarket MWR air filter, which is a setup I've seen many times, and we had on our bike for quite some time as well. Now, this allowed me to go ahead and make a very apples-to-apples comparison when I want to show you guys the horsepower of this particular bike with this setup versus ours with this exact same setup, minus this homologated Acra, so we can really tell the difference down to the individual pony that this Acra is going to make compared to, say, something like the non-homologated Akrapovic exhaust. So, knowing all of that, let's just dive right into what we did with this customer's bike. I'm going to be completely transparent about our process here because it'll better highlight how laughable I found the difference of this exhaust system to be versus what I'm going to call like the proper Acra racing system. When this bike rolled in, I went ahead and flashed it with the mapping we had built for the Akrapovic racing system with the baffle installed and this exact TST Velocity Stack, aftermarket air filter, and lid combo. And here's what the bike did. To the tire, on pump gas, it only made 73.8 horsepower and 54.25 pound-feet of torque. And if you take a look at the air-fuel chart down there in the bottom portion of the graph, you can see that the air-fuel curve is massively lower than my dashed red line, which is my air-fuel target. I'm not going to get into exactly what it is, but it's in the low 13-to-1 range. There are many portions of the rev range where the fuel mapping for the Acra racing system, even with the baffle installed, is nearly 20% too rich for the airflow that this homologated Acra allows. Now, when I saw that, I did kind of just chuckle to myself. Because honestly, it's exactly what I expected to see out of a homologated emissions-compliant Acra for this bike. And it confirmed what I initially suspected when we were looking at potentially buying that exhaust for our GSX-8, which is that I absolutely didn't want to, because I knew that it was going to be overpriced garbage. Now, I didn't know exactly what fuel was in this tank when the customer dropped it off, so I did siphon it out of there and put in the fuel that we always build all of our tuning for. If you want to be specific, it is 92 octane Shell V-Power, and at our specific fuel station, which we've measured, it's exactly E8. That's why I say that all of our mapping is set up for 91 to 93 E5 to E10, because that very slight 5% ethanol difference doesn't matter that much. But exactly 92 E8, is what we use to develop all the tuning for these bikes. So I siphoned whatever was in there out of the tank, just to make sure there's no variables there, and put in the fresh pump gas that we have here. And once we did that, and I finished trimming out all the excessive fueling that was in place with the mapping for the Acra racing system, this was the final result. The bike now makes about 78.5 horsepower and 56 pound-feet of torque to the tire. As you can see, it just makes more power and torque everywhere when it's not running pig-rich. So, I do have perfectly dialed in tuning now for this homologated Akrapovic exhaust system and the TST velocity stacks an airbox lid with an aftermarket filter. However, I can wholeheartedly say, in a professional opinion, not a subjective one, that I would never recommend spending the $1,400 that these Acras cost on one of these pipes. Because if we go ahead and compare the output of the exact same intake setup with the Acra Racing exhaust, the difference is laughable. The blue lines there are the Acra Racing system, the TST velocity stacks and lid, and an aftermarket air filter. And the red line is the bike I've got sitting right behind me right now. It makes 5 pound-feet of torque and 10 horsepower more throughout pretty much the entirety of the rev range. You get that extra torque no matter where you're looking, and anywhere from 7,500 RPM to the limiter, that's nearly 10 horsepower up there, folks. It just flows massively more air. As you saw, I had to go ahead and pull out nearly 15 to 20% of the fueling in place for the homologated Acra versus the mapping that's appropriate for the full racing system from Acra. They just aren't even close to comparable. And for the record, the Acra Racing system retails for $1,579. So it's like $200 more than the homologated unit and flows 10 more horsepower. But honestly, none of that is even the worst part of this Acra. The worst part is that I'm pretty certain it actually flows worse than stock. Now, that's a claim I'm a little hesitant to make, because again, all the testing we did for this platform originally was on our bike. And I never had this exhaust system on our bike. And as I said previously, there are small differences from one bike to another for all the different variables that we have no control over from one bike to another. But usually, those variables account to like maybe 1 horsepower differences from one bike to the next, and like 1 or 2% of fuel volume from one bike to the next for perfectly optimal tuning. It does not equate to what I'm about to show you. The blue line there is as the bike sits behind me right now. The red line was our bike with the stock exhaust still in place and nothing but the snorkels yanked out of the airbox. This thing has a TST airbox lid and velocity stacks, which we've covered in the past, and provide significant top-end performance improvements when the exhaust system is actually capable of flowing them. With this Acra installed, we're missing 3.5 to 4 horsepower at the top end, and 3 to 4 pound-feet of torque pretty much everywhere. And that's compared to the stock exhaust with a significantly inferior airbox. Again, that lid and velocity stack setup works really, really well on these bikes. And the stock air filter is no longer in there as well, which is also a restriction. When I look at the actual fuel values that I had to go ahead and put into the ECU, so how much fuel I had to pull away or add from stock, at wide open throttle, I'm like 5 to 7% less fuel than the stock exhaust for a snorkel delete through a big chunk of the rev range at wide open throttle than I am with this exhaust system currently installed on the bike. And that right there is the big tell, that you're not just talking about a difference from one bike to the other for tire condition or chain and sprocket condition or anything like that, because 5 to 7% swings in fueling needs are pretty significant. And it's simply flowing less air. So while I expected this thing to be bad, I truly didn't expect it to be this bad. And while the customer will certainly enjoy the bike now that it's perfectly set up and tuned, because it is obviously still significantly better than a bone stock GSX-8, I really wish he didn't spend the money on that pipe. Like I said, the red line there is the bike in stock trim, and the blue line is now. So it is certainly better than stock, and there's no doubt about that. But the green line is my personal favorite M4 exhaust for these bikes, with that exact same TST velocity stack and lid kit. So for several $100s less than the cost of that homologated Acra, he could have had that. And that is an absolutely enormous change. And that's all I've got for you today, folks. I probably won't have any more GSX-8 content coming out anytime soon because, again, besides that homologated Acra, we've already seen, tested, and built mapping for every intake and exhaust combination imaginable for these bikes. And now that we've seen that Acra, I can confidently say that I have now, once again, seen them all. So, if you're looking to get our custom mapping for your specific intake and exhaust setup on your GSX-8, head over to tooldynoworks.com, purchase our mail and ECU flashing service on our site for $349.99. Go ahead and follow the instructions there, ship us your ECU, and we'll get it flashed and shipped right back to you the very same day we receive it. And I can guarantee that no other tuner on the planet has gone through anywhere near the level of intake and exhaust specific testing and tuning that we have. so I can guarantee that you're not going to find higher quality tuning for your bike anywhere else than right here at Tool Dyno Works. And if you guys have questions about one intake kit or one exhaust system or a combination of both or tuning or whatever it is for this GSX-8 platform, I'm intimately familiar with these things, and so are all of my staff. We're also always happy to help, so feel free to email us at support@tooldynoworks.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we are able. In most cases, email response time is less than 24 hours during business days.